They call it Britain's Roswell. December 1980. A quiet forest in Suffolk suddenly becomes the center of one of the most documented UFO cases in history. U.S. Air Force personnel stationed at RAF Woodbridge reported strange lights descending into Rendlesham Forest. At first, they thought it was a downed aircraft, but what they found was nothing like anything they've been trained for. Bright lights, metallic reflections, animals going wild, and a glowing object hovering among the trees. This was the start of 3 nights of encounters that would change UFO history forever. On December 26, 1980, security personnel saw a craft land in the forest. Sergeant Jim Penniston approached the object. He later described it as a metallic craft covered with strange symbols. When he touched it, the object pulsed with light, and he felt something surge through him. Within moments, the craft lifted silently into the air and vanished. The next day, indentations were found in the ground where the object had rested. Radiation readings spiked at the site. Even the trees nearby showed damage, as if something powerful had scorched them. The men filed official reports, but their commanding officers wanted the incident kept quiet. 2 nights later, Lieutenant Colonel Charles Halt led a group of men into the forest to investigate. They carried radiation detectors, floodlights, and tape recorders. What they captured has since become famous, the Halt tape. On the recording, you can hear their voices as they describe lights moving through the trees. A glowing red object splits into multiple white lights. Blue beams shoot down from the sky. Halt himself later said it was clearly under intelligent control. These weren't flares, they weren't aircraft. Whatever was out there was watching them. After the incident, the US Air Force quietly filed reports, but the British Ministry of Defense dismissed it all as of no defense significance. But the evidence tells a different story. Dozens of military witnesses, radiation readings well above the background levels, Halt's audio tape, handwritten memos, and sketches of the craft. To this day, skeptics suggest it was a lighthouse, stars, or even local pranksters, but veterans who were there have never changed their story. Penniston even claimed he received a telepathic download of binary code when he touched the craft, a message he believes came from an intelligence beyond this world. There was another witness that night, Airman John Burroughs. He walked side by side with Jim Penniston towards the lights in the forest. Unlike Penniston, he never claimed to touch the craft, but he saw it up close, bright, glowing, and silent. Years later, Burroughs began to suffer from mysterious heart problems. After a long legal battle, the US government quietly granted him medical disability benefits, acknowledging that he was exposed to something unusual at Rendlesham. To this day, Burroughs remains one of the only UFO witnesses in history to have his injuries formally recognized by the US government. Over 40 years later, the Rendlesham Forest Incident remains one of the best documented UFO encounters in history. A forest lit by unearthly lights, military men left speechless, and a mystery still unsolved. So, was this truly Britain's Roswell, or just a case of mistaken identity? One thing is certain, the truth did not stay buried in those woods. This is Joshua Tree Encounters, where UFOs, cryptids, and high strangeness collide.